Hi guys, welcome back to Crowd Music. We're here with Mike from Boston Manor. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. You're like halfway through the tour now. How's it been for you so far? Treating you well?
This is I think this is the fourth show of the tour, and yeah, it's been going amazing. The shows have been absolutely insane. First show we played was in Bristol at the Thekla, which is basically just like a boat, and the crowd were going absolutely nuts. There was just kids piled on top of kids, just like jumping on the stage and stuff, and yeah, the reaction's been awesome.
Yeah, nice one. Well, safe to say 2018 is now, the rest of the year next year is going to be a bit pretty year.
Yeah.
For you guys now, obviously with the new album dropping and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Recently had the album release shows as well. How did they go down? They did one in downtown.
Oh yeah, we did one. So we did a bunch of HMV in stores acoustic.
Yeah, we were just talking about as well. So it's
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, we always get really nervous about stuff like that because we just think especially because they were all around 5 o'clock. We were like, oh, people have just finished school and work and that they won't want to come out to this. And we were really, luckily quite a few people came out to watch us play and bought the record, had a chat with us and stuff. And yeah, we did a couple of release shows. We did one at the church in Sheffield, which is owned by Ollie Sykes of Bring Me the Horizon, Drop Dead. And that was fantastic. It was such a great way to start the campaign. And then we did one exclusive one in Bacchus in Kingston, and it was crazy. It was just like a floor show in the basement.
Was that the one with Modern Era and Parting Gift? What was that?
I think it was just one of them. I think it was just Parting Gift on that one, yeah. But yeah, no, it was absolutely mental. It was great.
Also, you've been around festival season as well. Got a pretty good term and did Download 2000 Trees. How was that for you guys?
Oh wow! Well, 2000 Trees is our favourite festival. We, if we're not playing them, we try and go every single year. We played that festival. That was probably the first festival we actually played ever. And I'd never even been to a festival before that, so I didn't know what to expect. We played it 3 years ago, and it was amazing. But this time round, it was just the tent was absolutely packed out. It was just an incredible way to come back and realise that people were really, really digging our band and stuff like that. And then we played main stage at Download, which was a first for us as well.
How was that? That was a pretty big spot to get as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember if you guys played it previously as well.
No, we never had. No, I'd never even been to Download, so it was wild, man. And we opened up the stage, so at the same time we were there probably won't be too many people here, but they managed to let everyone in, and it was huge crowd, the biggest crowd we've probably ever played to. It was mental. So yeah, lovely summer.
Obviously we said you got a busy year. We'll talk about the album in a second, but last year you toured for 10 months, almost 10 months straight. You didn't have that much time off.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming next year it's going to be even busier for you as well.
I think it's shaping up to be that way for sure. Yeah, we spent a lot of our time last year in the States.
Yeah.
Which it was absolutely and same. I think we toured the States this year as well. So we did last year. We did Warped Tour. We did a tour with Have Mercy, and we did a tour with Moose Blood as well. And it was we were just in the States basically all of last year, and then this year we recorded the new album in February, all of February, and then we did a tour with Knuckle Puck, and then we did our own headline tour as well. Straight after that, it was all back to back, so we were out there for I think 3.5 months straight.
Yeah,
so
pretty mad.
Yeah.
But now that we're on topic now, new album. I've got to say as well, off the ball, it's some of the best shit I've heard all year as well. Definitely going to be in my top 5, top 10. But one thing I really do like about it as well is just coming from Be Nothing, and it's just a complete it's completely different for you guys as well. It's much darker, bit heavier sound. Going into that, is that something that you lot intended? Because you sound to be honest, you sound like a completely new different band. Comparing with the old stuff, even the old EPs as well. There's always been sort of a progression in sound with you guys. It's from Driftwood to Be Nothing. But like I said, it's a completely a 360 now.
I know,
New
yeah.
record.
It's a bit of a departure, yeah, for real. But I think you can hear those dark elements in the kind of rock music that we were doing before this record. I think we just I think that was where we felt most comfortable. And the album, the theme behind the album itself is quite dark, and I think we just kind of with this record, it was almost as if we just said, there are no rules, we're going to do what we want, we're not comfortable playing, I guess, for the lack of a better term, pop punk music.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make our own sound and be our own band. We're all massive music fans, so a lot of our influences may not have shined through on our previous record, but we feel like on this record we were just like, let's do what we want. Like, you know, we're on a label, you know, we have a platform, let's get creative with it, you know, let's really push the boat out. And it wasn't really so much intentional. It wasn't like we're trying to get out of this pop punk world or pop punk pop.
You ended up writing these darker songs. Like.
It was just a really comfortable thing. It was like, this is what we really want to be doing, and it wasn't forced or contrived or anything. It's just the band that we are now. I think it took us a while to get to this spot and to feel comfortable in our own skin. But yeah, I think we just said no rules. Let's make a record that we absolutely love and that we feel confident in ourselves playing. You know.
Yeah, definitely. So, go back to some. You said like all these like different influences. Like any like specifics on this new record?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, we're all big music fans, and we listen to absolutely everything we can. You know, we consume music so much, and we're always talking about it. We're always like showing each other new bands, old bands, and I think a lot of the influences came from a lot of the stuff that we actually grew up listening to. You know, like stuff like Deftones and Linkin Park, Nine Inch Nails, Radiohead, Block Party, Foals, all kinds of stuff, and then like a lot of like old hip hop stuff as well from like the early 2000s. I think we kind of like went into it with that mindset really, where we were just like, let's be our favourite band, you know.
Yeah, so, like also going back to what you said earlier, like you didn't want to just make pop punk music. Like this, like straight up, it gives you not a different label now. I like to think, because it's this new record is definitely not pop punk, like not by far. Obviously comparing it to the other stuff. So like, you had that pop punk like fan base already with like Be Nothing and the previous EPs. Did you have any like sort of pressure, or feel any pressure following up and like releasing this record because it was so different to everything else?
Not at all, to be honest, man. Like as people were asking us, you know, like we've had other interviews where they asked us, were you nervous about releasing the record? And I think the answer is no, because I think even if people didn't vibe with it or didn't like it, the main thing is that we're happy with it.
Yeah.
Like it would have been soul destroying to release a record that we didn't feel comfortable putting out because it wasn't really much of a reflection of us, and we love the record so much, like we almost didn't care what other people thought about it. We're not in it for that business, you know. We're in it to make art and make music for ourselves. It's as selfish as it sounds. So we were super confident putting it out. If people didn't like it, we could have at least said, we love the record.
It's just a bonus, isn't it?
It's a bonus that everyone got on board with it. And I think our fans as well, like I say this a lot, but I think Boston Manor fans are Boston Manor fans. You know, they're not pop punk fans. They're the people that like our band and our sound. And they're people that are open to listening to new music and learning about new music, you know. So we're quite blessed to have like a following like that as well.
Yeah, I feel like this new record is definitely like, I don't know if it's already bought, but it will definitely bring in sort of a new audience for you guys outside like pop punk and everything else, just because of how different it is. Like I said before, like you're not a pop punk band anymore. So do you reckon like sort of like going forward for you guys, would you say like more darker, heavier stuff, or just like, what is like the future of the sound of the band, I guess? The
future of the sound? We just put a record out, so we're trying to think about it too much. But I think we'd love to just like hone. I think we've just tapped into that this spring of like creativity, where I think this album has proven that we can make this kind of music successful. I mean, it's still early days in that kind of department, but there's still people that didn't like our band before as well that have come around to us, which is really nice. And they're like, didn't like Boston Manor before, love them now. This is more my shit, you know. And yeah, I think we're probably going to try and hone what we're doing now, and we never want to release the same record twice.
Yeah.
So we're definitely always going to be searching for new influences and new sounds to make. But yeah, we're very happy with where we are at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I won't keep you too long because obviously you're very busy today. But new record, favourite song to play live. I'm hoping it's in the set list, but Tunnel Vision, like, you guys are going to play that one tonight. That's definitely one of my favourites off the new record.
Yeah, we're playing that tonight, yeah.
Yeah, but like personally for you, any favourites you enjoy playing?
I really like playing Flowers in Your Dustbin. That's a really fun one to do because I don't play that much guitar in the verses, so I can just jump around and be a bit of a nutter on stage. And I really like playing Bad Machine as well.
Yeah.
It's so weird because like these songs are a little bit more like mid-tempo.
Yeah.
So we were thinking like, I wonder if the crowd's gonna do anything or move or just kind of stand there. But even for the slower songs, the crowd have been going absolutely nuts. So it's really nice to see, and it's nice to be able to kind of stand there and almost kind of like appreciate what's going on as well.
Yeah, there's like slower tracks, but they're like some of them are still like anthems. I've seen footage of you lot like playing Halo live, like the sing-alongs to that, like it's mental, like word for word. Like some of the tracks like still sort of have that sort of vibe, which was on all the old stuff, which was pretty great.
Oh yeah, I think like Be Nothing was like a learning curve for us, and I think we took what we really loved because we loved that record. It did really well for us. Like a lot of people really connected with it in like a really positive way. It resonated really well with a lot of people, but we took like what we really loved about the record and just kind of amplified it as well. You know, we wanted to keep the hooks and keep quite a lot of the pop sensibility, but just in a way that like Marilyn Manson and Nine Inch Nails do. You know, it's heavy music, but it's pop music at the end of the day. You know, you can sing along to it. It gets stuck in your head and stuff like that. So.
Exactly. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you very much.
Now's your chance to plug shit. I know you've got like tours and that coming up. Obviously, the new record.
Welcome to the Neighbourhood is out now on all streaming platforms, out in record stores all over the world. We're doing a tour in the US with Real Friends straight after this. It's going to be really cool. And then we're hitting Australia and Japan at the end of the year. So keep your eyes peeled.
Nice one, cheers. Make sure to like, subscribe to Crowded Music, socials and shit down the bottom. Peace.